Open the hood. The handle is under the dash. Release the safety catch. It's right here. The hood prop rod is actually on the bottom of the hood. And it goes here, side of the fender. Remove the 6 push clips on the top of the bumper and grille. You can use a plastic prying tool. You can get this from 1aauto.com if you don't have one, or a flat bladed screwdriver. Work the prying tool under each side of the clip. Work it up. Slide it underneath. Basically just have to get it to unlock. That's okay if the center part comes out, you can push it back together. Take the prying tool, pry out this part. Then push this back together so it doesn't get lost. And remove the last clip. With the vehicle on the ground, you can turn the wheels to the inside, then peel the plastic splash shield, open a little bit, reach up with a 10mm socket and ratchet, and undo this bolt here. Or you can lift and support the vehicle and take the wheels off and have a little bit better access, which is what we're going to do so we can show you what we're doing. I'm going to reach up, 10mm socket, remove this one, peel back the fender liner. There's also a second screw. It's up in here. Actually, it is a 10mm self-tapping. I'm going to reach in and undo it. Remove these Phillips head screws from under the bumper. There is one here, here, and there's one here and here. This will loosen the splash shield from inside the bumper. So now we have more access in there. You can actually pull it down and away. Normally there's an underbody shield that is connected to here that goes underneath the engine for aerodynamics. On our vehicle it is missing. There are push clips. They are push clips just like the ones on top that you have to pry out with a screwdriver and then push out. You will have to undo those to loosen this bumper from the bottom part. Obviously we don't have those, so we're going to skip that step. Just like the driver's side, remove the 10mm self-tapping screws that are on the inside of the front bumper. There's one close to the wheel well and one further in closer to the headlight. Ours was missing on both sides, so we don't have to remove it. Now the bumper is really loose and you'll need an assistant to help you pull it off. So with someone helping you, put one hand in the grill opening, your other hand by the wheel opening. We're going to pull it away from the wheel opening and kind of pull to the front. There is a clip under the headlamp. If it's stuck, you may need to pull it off. Driver's side came off real easy for me. Then we just lift the bumper off and put it someplace safe while you do your other work. And go. Before you remove this whole washer fluid tank, this neck will have to come off. Make sure it's not filled to the top with washer fluid because that will pour everywhere. You might have to drain some out first, but it will turn counterclockwise to unlock and then pull straight out of the bottle. And you put that aside. I disconnect the electrical connectors from the washer fluid pump. I start with the level sensor on the bottom. Start with the windshield washer pump. Push the harness, push the clips together to remove the harness from the bottle. It's clipped in here too. So basically the easiest way, instead of trying to pull this hose off, is to pop the motor out of the reservoir. You're gonna just pull it down, it'll unsnap. and then work it out of the grommet. And just drain all the washer fluid into your bucket. Now if you keep the bucket nice and clean, you can reuse all this washer fluid. Change the pump, simply pull the hose off. They can get kind of stuck on there. Just kind of work them back and forth. Can I see it? Gonna pop this washer hose off the reservoir. Unbolt the 10mm bolt on the bottom using a 10mm socket and ratchet. Gonna undo the 10mm bolt up here. Remove the third mounting bolt in the back. 10mm bolt. With all the bolts removed, there's actually a plastic pin that it's resting on in the body. I'm gonna slide it straight out, pull it down. Shouldn't get caught in any of the harness. And the washer fluid reservoir is removed. So here you can see this is the washer fluid reservoir. This is that neck. It's got a slot here. It goes in and then turns the lock. And then when we're removing it, we turned it counterclockwise to unlock it. So we're going to install it without this neck on it. I'm going to put it up here, out of the way. This is going to go up. This pin is going to go up here into the side of the body of the car. It'll help hold it in place while I get the bolts in. Start by installing the lower bolt. Take my 10mm socket, ratchet, and super long extension. We're going to get the rear bolt hidden in here. Install the top bolt. Reinstall our washer pump. Take it, push the end into the grommet. It's gonna have some force so it doesn't leak. It'll clip into the bottle. Take our washer fluid hose, clip it into the bottle here. Push it over the end of the pump. Then we take our harness, clip it into the bottle. Washer fluid pump connector, plug that in. And the fluid level sensor, plug that into the bottom. Install our washer fluid reservoir neck. Push it down and then turn it clockwise to lock it. All right, that's locked in place. Now we're going to refill it with the washer fluid we saved, or fill it with fresh fluid if you need to. With someone to help you, lift the bumper into place. Going to place it over the impact foam and into the clip under the headlamp. It might take a little bit of maneuvering a bit. There it goes. So now the bumper is loosely in place. It's time to put the clips and the screws back in. There are two self-tapping screws with 10mm heads on both sides of the bumper. There's one that goes in here and one that goes on the outside here. Our vehicle is missing the inside one, probably because it's sort of difficult to get to. So I'm going to reinstall just this outside one. If your vehicle has both of these, make sure you try to install both. They're just going into plastic, so once I feel them get tight, I'm going to stop. So the same as the driver's side, there is a 10mm self-tapping screw that goes on the inside here, and then one that goes on the end of the bumper here. Ours is missing the inside one on this side also, so I'm going to put the outer one through the bracket and up into the fender. I'm going to reinstall the Phillips head self-tapping screws that hold on the bottom of the fender liner, so I just need to slide it up on the inside of the bumper here. There are two of these on each side, driver's and passenger side, lined up. At this time, if your car has the undershield that goes here, you'd reinstall it and reinstall your push clips along the edge of the bumper. Repeat for the other side with the splash shield, installing the Phillips head self-tapping screws. So these clips, these type of push clips are used in most cars, and they just push in like this. And this one's all busted and broken. If you've got busted and broken ones, you can get new ones from oneauto.com. You'll have to remove this one. And with your new push clips, they may look a little bit different, but they operate in the same exact manner. They'll go into the hole and push it. It will lock and snap in and hold things nice and tight. Reinstall the 6 push clips on the top of the grille and bumper. Line up the holes, push the clips in.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.